Hi, Nata. How are you?
Thank you for having me, Nompumelele.
Thank you for
And
making the time.
Hello to you too. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing better than I was a couple of days ago. So yeah.
I can imagine. So the how are you is like, how have you been? Like, honestly.
Yeah,
How
I've
you
been
holding
good,
up?
man. I've been good. Yeah.
All right. Even
Yeah.
under the circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate circumstances, but, it comes with the territory. So,
Yeah.
it's not unexpected.
And you used to trending anyway.
I'm used to trending when I want to.
Okay.
Yeah, this time I did not want to. So,
It just happened.
yeah, it just so happened.
Anywho,
Unfortunately.
so we called you here because there's a lot happening on social media. Like I said, you're used to trending. We've seen there's a case opened against you. You opened a restraining order. Now people are just dissecting what they're saying. With okay, maybe this one is lying, that one is lying. So I just want to know what happened. But before we get to that, I know that because I'm not sure if you still own a record label. Right? So that's when you knew Itu, right?
No, I
when
did
you were
not.
doing music.
I did not know her.
When did you guys start knowing each other?
On the 25th of June.
This year?
Yeah, we first spoke on the 23rd of July. 25th of July.
Okay. Because I thought you guys have always known each other when she was doing music with Questa. All right. Okay, cool. So when you guys started knowing each other, how did that start? What kind of a relationship was it?
Well, she met wanting advice and
Okay.
stuff, and I said, okay, fine, I can advise you. I can be a sounding board, but I don't manage artists or anything of the sort. So, you know what I mean. If you want to call me and get advice and know what to do, then
Yeah.
I can do that for you.
So it was advice more music.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how does it now move to you guys flirting and
Well, she
her
started
visiting
flirting
your
with me.
house?
She started flirting with me.
Okay.
Yeah, just sharing too much info, just, casualizing conversations and stuff like that. So then one thing led to another. Yeah.
One thing led to another.
Yeah, one thing led to another. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's not like she's a high school girl.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? She's
true.
a 31-year-old woman. So,
So she started flirting with you, and obviously, as a single guy,
I'm not single,
kinda-
I'm divorced.
Yeah, but are you single?
It's not. You write on a form, you write
So as a
divorce.
divorcee,
Yeah.
so as a divorcee, you welcome to the advances. You're like, okay, yeah, we can hit it off.
Well, I was like, I was indifferent.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now, when she visited your house, did she visit was it business, or now the things were just moving?
If it was business, it would have to be booked in advance. Like I said, if she wanted to work, if she wanted us to have a listening session, if she wanted to do something in the studio, it would be that. But her visits were all social visits. Because I've got an engineer that lives with me.
So this was not the only one.
So I'd need to book my engineer, who's my nephew. He's an engineer, but he works at home, from home. He does his own things. He's got his own schedule. So I need to say, I want to record on such and such a day during such and such a time. Are you available?
Yeah.
So we never got to that point. Even when we discussed such things, she wasn't available when he was.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And the one time that we were waiting for that, or the last time, most recently, I told her that, I was waiting for him to respond to a message or to come back home.
Yeah.
So I could ask him when he's available. And he only came back in the early hours of the morning and he was unavailable. So
Okay. So prior to this social visit on the day of the event.
The Wednesday.
Yeah.
The 4th of September.
Prior to that, did you guys have any other social visits?
Yeah, she came to my house multiple times. It's detailed in all those messages that you guys saw.
Yeah.
So those messages were submitted to a court to get my protection order against the blackmailing and extortion that was happening.
Yeah.
So under oath, I submitted those WhatsApp texts to a court. If it's found that those WhatsApp texts are not a true representation or they've been doctored or anything else, I'll face charges of perjury.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what really happened on that day? I saw the messages. But
and you read the messages?
I did. I read everything. I read everything that was on social media.
Okay.
But now this is now after when she was trying to get you to say to agree that, but I said no.
Yeah.
And
I
then
said,
the back
I
and
didn't.
forth, you said, I told you to put it wherever you want to,
Yeah.
those things. Nah?
Well, first
so I
I-
want to know that before that, what happened? What took place on the day?
Well, nothing that I haven't said already. We had intercourse consensually.
Okay, but did you coerce her into doing it? Did you have to
she
convince
drove her own car. You saw in the messages, she woke up in the morning, said, I'm coming to your place. I want to come to your place. I sent her a call. She drove her own car from Kempton Park to my place in Four Ways, and then drove from my place in Four Ways back to Kempton Park when she was done. She also did errands in between. She had lots of energy.
Yeah, so you know what I'm trying to understand. Mase afika kwakho, ne? Nihleli niyaxoxa uvizitile like she would do previously, right? So nihleli niyaxoxa, one thing leads to another, but like, did you guys have a conversation about it?
About
did
what?
you kiss before in the
Yes, she
other
kissed me.
in the other
And
social
she admits it.
visits?
She admits it.
Yeah, I
Yes,
saw that.
Yes.
So
she did.
you'd normally kiss Magavagashili? Or it happened just on this day?
Yeah, we kissed a couple of times before. Not that we normally. I don't know what is normal. But yeah, from the first time she visited, we kissed. Yes.
Were you guys in a relationship?
You see, that's the thing, is that women, you guys always want to make everything a relationship.
Oh,
Like,
what was it?
Like, I mean, everything is a relationship, I guess. You've got a relationship with your colleagues at work, I guess.
Nina benixabuzana beniyini as what?
Just as adults. Smatala.
So you didn't have any agreement with, okay, we are...
No, we discussed that, and I said, no, I'm not looking to get into any relationship.
I saw that in the text.
Yeah, I said that, and I didn't change that.
Okay.
From start to finish.
Okay, so now this day comes, right? You guys kiss as you would
Well,
before.
she kissed me. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, the kissing happens, right? So now as you guys kiss, I'm sure you would want to undress each other. Did she say no when that was?
She undressed herself.
Okay. So when does the no come in? Because she says in her text, I said no.
It never happened. As I said in the message responding, saying you never said no. She never once said no. She created that just so that she could use this to blackmail.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I said in my message, stop tormenting me. Like, you're tormenting me. Like, you're making up things that did not even happen. And then what are you going to say? Like, you're going to check my responses to say, oh, you see, he violated me. So I could see that it was a setup and a trap from the first moment I laid my eyes on those messages. I was like, okay, oh, so this is what she's trying to do. Okay, cool.
Okay.
She even said we can invite a third party. What other third party could be invited?
And she mentioned boundaries. Did you guys ever discuss?
Like, what boundaries does she have? I'm just saying. It's like, yo,
because she said
never had
boundaries.
You crossed boundaries. I know. Like, she's just making up things. It's crazy. What boundaries does she have if she's texting me at 10 p.m. at night or after or 1 a.m.? What boundaries does she have if she's coming to my place the whole time? What boundaries does she have if she brings her kids to my place? What boundaries?
Boundaries as in...
Okay. I'm a boundaries. Just so that there's boundaries.
The way I see it, it's boundaries. Okay, we can kiss. And she said, next now if we are not in a relationship.
And
right?
I said, no, there's none of that. I ruled that out immediately. If you look at the messages, I said that. I said, just don't use the word fuck. Unfortunately, that's going to have to be censored. I used the word lovemaking. And she said, okay, this will be fun. So then what?
Okay.
I said, we won't fuck, but I can't rule out lovemaking. Oh, you know how to woo me. This will be fun. That is an agreement. Explicit as it can get.
Okay. So everything happened. There was never a no. You were never pushed away.
No.
All right.
Okay, if you wanted to push me away, do you think you can?
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm just saying, look at me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, like, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a bit confusing because it was the first time you see Uguti, there's boundaries and a no during the text.
No, what I'm trying to say is this, is that all those texts were just a setup.
All right.
It's just a setup of a blackmailing scheme.
Okay.
Understand? I can now use these texts, right, to blackmail you. I say I'll invite a third party, we'll let the courts decide. Your reputation will be damaged whether or not you're guilty or innocent. But unfortunately for her, she chooses a person with an unimpeachable reputation like myself. So even something like this, like for anybody else, this is destroying. Oh, everyone's canceling them. It's me, dog. I'm different. I'm different. You know, I don't have a reputation of being like a womanizer or any of those things. So, you know, any woman that doesn't like me is a woman that hasn't met me. Yeah.
Would you say your stance or your position in the music industry or in the entertainment industry as a whole, maybe in terms of okay, I'm gonna say yes, I can't say no to Unota, and
as in I will coerce her.
Like maybe your power.
I'm power. Look what power.
Like the power, you possess, not the physical power, but the stance you have in the industry.
What stance? What power?
Like you've got the ability to
do what?
Help her in the music industry.
And so
maybe she felt like, okay, let me say yes, and maybe in a way.
Okay, like which doors can I close? Which doors do I control other than those of my own company?
Okay.
Exactly. That's my thing. Is that please, man, you should stop making up things. Just because people know me and love me, doesn't mean that I've got power over people. I'm blackmailing them. It's got nothing to do with violence. It's got to do with someone who people respect. That is it. I'm very well respected.
If she said no, were you gonna stop?
Of course. Of course. Why didn't we get down to that level in the other instances where we kissed and we fondled?
Did she say no before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She said we're moving too fast and then we need to slow things down. So that was adhered to.
Okay. So why? So in the messages you're saying, I gave you the thing for you to put it wherever you wanted to put it.
Yeah.
And then you decided that it's gonna go wherever it went to.
When it comes to cases of rape, it's about penetration.
Yeah.
So at the incident of the penetration, she initiated it and she's the one that penetrated. Not me. You can't say I forced. Therefore, her whole entire claim is thrown out by just that one simple fact.
And then now...
And also, the fact that I do it that way whenever I get into intercourse is because I've always known that I never want to have a situation where someone can say I forcefully penetrated them. That is it. I do it with anyone who I've ever been with. And
how was she like? Not the details, but like after it was done, because normally people would cuddle. Normally people would just have a pillow talk.
She had to go. I went to the bathroom to go clean myself up to my other bathroom. And then she used the ensuite in my bedroom. And and she got herself dressed and she said she had to go. She had other errands to run.
So she left immediately. There was no conversations or whatever.
Well, I mean, we chatted after, and then eventually, she's like, okay, I have to go. Then I got up, went into the other room, got dressed, and then she got dressed, and then she left my place, went to her car, which was parked downstairs, and then drove out.
And then after that, did you guys talk prior the text?
Well, she sent some text which I didn't see.
Yeah.
I didn't notice. You know what I mean? And then I only noticed her text the next morning.
Okay.
Like late in the next morning, which is what I responded to. But even with those texts, when she was trying to do this whole entire blackmailing scheme, we came to an agreement and she settled. You know what I mean? And I said, you're making all these demands of me. I've had to now refute everything you've said, to basically say, hey, stop this. Why are you creating such drama? And then at the end of that, I said, can I make one demand of you? Don't go crazy on me. The craziness is exactly what I was describing, this whole entire torment that I woke up to, where I could see a whole entire setup. And I was like, yo, don't go crazy on me. Don't do anything crazy.
And why do you believe she would, as you say, blackmail you?
I'm a prominent person.
Okay.
We are targets of blackmail, kidnapping, you name it. So,
Sonjay, she would just say, okay, I'm going to sleep with Unota, and then after that, I'm going to blackmail her.
Maybe that's how she got
What do you think she wanted to get out of you?
She wanted either a relationship, she wanted to be known. She knows if she's associated with me, she's going to be known. I mean, just this case alone is the first time she's being associated with me. The picture that we have taken together, that was taken on her phone. I never posted that picture. I never shared it. That's her picture that she shared, that she posted. In fact, if it was up to me, there'd be no pictures of us together that exist.
Did you promise her a comeback in the music
No,
industry?
I just said I'll be a sounding board. I'll give advice. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
And I don't mind doing that. I do that all the time. I go into podcasts every week, every other day, giving free advice. That's what I do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, that's it.
So now, because obviously you're innocent until proven guilty, right? And this has happened. You have spent time in the holding cells. You're out on 5,000 rand bail now.
Why does the number matter?
Like, I mean, details matter.
I'm out on bail. Yes.
You're out on bail now.
Yes.
So now this thing carries on, and let's say Tolagaluguti, you're guilty.
No, that won't happen. That won't happen. I'm not guilty. I can't be innocent and then Tolagaluti, I'm guilty. I'm not guilty. That is it. That is it. I'll fight to whatever extent I need to fight to prove my innocence.
And I've always wanted to ask, do you like black women?
Have I ever been associated with any woman that's not black?
No, but
saying.
how you write about black women hate themselves.
They do.
They hate each other. They hate their kids.
They do not. They do not. Do they not? Do they not? Do they not? They do. They do. They hate their kids. You got more abortions than murders.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You got more people dying in wombs than breathing free air. The most dangerous or most deadly place for a person in South Africa is the womb. And most of those wombs are black women.
Okay. And you know this how?
It's the stats. You guys report about it. In fact, I read it in the City Press maybe 5 or 6 Sundays ago about the statistics of 6,000 abortions done in in the Western Cape to young girls between the ages of 15 and 18 or something like that. Those are the stats that we're reading. And
there was a time you called some influencer a cow or something you can buy. Do you know?
No, I never said that. I never said that. I said men who pay women for their bodies treat them like dogs. They treat them like things they can kill like dogs. That's what I said. And then they took that whole entire thing, twisted it to make it seem as if I'm saying something mean. Then when I'm actually telling the truth about what happens. Men who pay for women treat them like objects. That is the basis of what I was saying.
Okay.
So that's it. So if we celebrate women who are being treated like objects, then your daughters are going to want to be treated like objects because they're seeing that gets celebrated. It's very simple.
And there's a call I listened to between, I think it was one of the people who work for you.
Who?
Okay,
who works
I'm not sure. Okay, listen.
Who works for me?
I'm not sure if it was...
I've got 0 employees in my company.
The call that I'm talking about, do you know it?
Yeah, I heard the clip.
Okay, it wasn't somebody from your team.
It's got nothing to do with me.
All right, because she was asked if you guys have trying to have a settlement out of this.
I want to hear what that full conversation, because all I saw was a small clip.
Yeah, like when she said she tried having an agreement with you and it wasn't happening.
About what?
So it never happened.
The only negotiation we had was the whole entire thing where she tried to set me up.
Okay, so it was never...
So unless that was what she means by negotiation, if it's her, and that's what she means by negotiation, obviously I do not bow down to any negotiation. I'm being blackmailed. She might call it a negotiation. I call it blackmail. It's like, okay, fine. I can raise a rape charge against you. Your reputation will be damaged. So do what I'm telling you to do. No, go raise your rape charge. I'm innocent. I'm willing to prove my innocence, and I don't care about the controversy that this creates. You think that I am going to duck and dive? That means I can be bought. That means I've got a price. That means people can trap me in funny things. No, not me. You know what I mean? So you try blackmail me, I take you to the police for the blackmail. That's it. I don't bow down. I don't negotiate. There's nothing to negotiate.
And you were the one who went to the police first, ne?
About what?
You were the one before she opened the case. You were the one who went and opened the restraining order.
No, she opened the case.
And you did the restraining order after.
Yes, the day after.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, I heard that the case has been opened, and I got a restraining order the day after.
Yeah. All right. So you opened the restraining order because you felt like, okay, now she's taking things too far.
No. I opened the restraining order because I suspected that she was blackmailing me, and I never knew that she was going to act on it, and I needed to stop the blackmail.
Okay.
That's it.
When was the last time you guys spoke?
I can't say we spoke, but the last time I sent her a message was on the 24th of September. I was inviting her to an event.
Okay. All right. So now, what's next?
What's next is that this matter needs to be concluded. Well, I mean, she got her own protection order, but the protection order says that we need to go into family mediation. I'm like, this person's not my family. So we've got family mediation on the 22nd of October. The court ordered it, so I can't really do anything about it. I have to do what the court says.
And without revealing...
And what are we mediating? Why is there a need for mediation? Like, you know, I don't know. I can't say, but that's what the court ordered. I was served. The day I was handing in myself to the police, they said, okay, we also have a protection order to serve you with.
Okay. And without revealing too much about the investigations that are going on now. Like,
well, I'm not investigating. I'm not part of the state. So they're the ones who have to investigate.
So where are we now with the case?
Well, I mean, the state in our hearing said that they were verifying the WhatsApp messages.
Okay.
So they want to ensure that they can be submitted as evidence.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's it.
All right. And you emotionally, like, how you like, honestly?
Well,
because I know you are not strong, you clap back on
whatever.
social media. You know, that's not how we know. But when you're alone, when you think about this, I mean, it's not a small thing, you know, it's huge. And
I don't think
like
about
you
it.
are saying, you are innocent.
Yeah.
Now, when you think about it, you're being blackmailed, like you are saying.
Yeah.
Rape never happened, like
Yeah.
you are saying.
Yeah.
Like, when you're alone, what goes through your mind? Emotionally, how are you coping?
Well, I mean, emotionally, I mean, it comes with the territory. So I don't take it lightly that, you know, people have to go through these lengths to try and harm me. You know what I mean? If I could be harmed by small things, then, you know, this would be a challenge. But these are the lengths they have to go to.
Okay.
So I guess it's encouraging to show that, you know, you have to really have a big bomb to try and make me bleed. But yeah, it is what it is.
And you know,
It's a dirty game.
she can't really, because I'm sure she never recorded the entire time she was at your place. And she can't really prove, Uguti, yeah, Vele, I did say no. Yeah, Vele, we did discuss boundaries and stuff like that. But what if she says she's adamant that for sure I did say no, not her?
The messages show that is not the case. I'm just saying, let's go on the messages which are already in the public domain, not to discuss the merits of the case, but the messages show that she conceded she did not say no, and that she was making that up to try and torment me.
She didn't say that in
She
the
did.
messages.
She did. The messages are on
She
my
didn't
phone.
say I'm tormenting you. She did say that boundaries. I said no.
You read the messages selectively. You reading them to your own, to
Let's
the
see
narrative.
where she agrees. That she said, okay, yeah, I did this to torment you.
No, let me tell you. When I say don't torment me, right?
Yeah, you said that, but there's no
Yes.
part where she said,
Well, I'm
yeah, I
saying
was
that
doing this to
it's
torment
tormenting
you.
me. If I'm saying it's tormenting me, what you're doing is tormenting me. So whatever you're doing, it's to torment me because it's tormenting me. Yes. So whether you agree, Wuti, you tormented me or not, it's not up to you to decide whether you tormented me or not. I'm the one who's feeling tormented, Anish. Exactly.
And she's the one who felt violated, though.
Whether you say that, now you have to say that you were violated. Which way were you violated? You cannot say that you were violated. So just read the madness here. You see, number 1, 520. Right, delete.
Deleted.
533, delete. 533 again, delete. 549, deleted. Okay, now that she's realized that, okay, fine, edited. Just look at that. Look at that. Is that normal? How many messages is that? Normal. Agna reply. Is that normal behavior? When, if this was your girlfriend and this was you were reading, wouldn't you say, hi, girl? Mara now, hi, man. I'm just saying, this is not normal. You owe me a lot of real affection. Those are her words. Real affection.
Because she didn't want to be intimate with you without having something real.
I already said, that she said that this will be fun. That's already done with. So the thing is this, is that, you read one message and then it's completely, you forget every other context and you still want to bring it up after that's already been done with. She said this will be fun. It'll be fun. She said that already. You understand? So let's go back to that. Let's not bring it. This is fun, Anish. So yes. So now, real affection. Because cool, I was not feeling it. Unhappy, something went horribly wrong. It was too much too soon. Why is the two O's when it's too much, but it's only one O when it's too soon? And it's still edited. So you edited even with spelling errors. I'm usually more, what's the point of editing if you're not going to correct all the errors? I'm just saying. I'm usually more liberated than that. So yeah, I'm liberated. But at the same time, if you're liberated, you're the one who is in charge the whole time. How are you all of a sudden not in charge? You understand what I'm saying? It's just the inconsistencies. I'm usually more liberated than that. When I want sex, it's extremely easy to tell because I take charge. That's what she says. Did she not kiss me?
You said that.
I'm just saying, if that's true, is that not taking charge?
Well, we are not sure.
I'm just asking if it's true.
No,
don't dispute. I'm saying what I'm presenting to you right now. Innocent until proven guilty, right?
Okay.
Cool. If she kissed me and she agrees in the text that she kissed me because she says, when I kissed you, I did not want what. She admits it, right? So we've got that. So when she kissed me. She admits she kissed me. Was that not taking charge?
Not really. Because now she's talking
what
about
is taking
the
charge?
Intimate part.
No, I'm not talking about intimate. I'm talking about the kissing.
That is taking charge.
Thank you. Then let's agree on things that we can agree on. Let's not argue for the sake of arguing. You know what I mean? I'm mad at you for pushing me. It's playing in my mind the number of times I said no and pushed you away. Not cool. She never said no. She never pushed me away once. Now, the thing is that this is an edited message. Edited at 6:48. I haven't even answered. I haven't even responded. I came to a place looking for an intimate conversation. Did you say that in the messages prior when you were saying that you wanted to come to my place? No, you did not say that. So now all of a sudden, now you are displaying your motive for coming.
Okay.
For an intimate conversation. An intimate conversation about what? Why are we having intimate conversations? Why are we having an intimate conversation?
Because she trusted you to give her
we've
sound
had
advice,
intimate
like you
contact
said.
prior to that. It's got nothing to do with advice. Why would you having an intimate conversation about business? I'm just asking you. Maybe you and your boss do that. Exactly. So
Her boss.
I'm just saying, I'm not her boss either. Exactly. So I'm just saying there's no other reason. Also turns out I'm not ovulating, but I'm in that week. Send cash for plan B. You understand what I'm saying? So she hasn't said anything about being forced or anything else, right? Apart from this, pushed you away.
Saying no and pushing you away.
Right? And then also turns out I'm not ovulating. So why would she bring out the ovulation conversation if it wasn't a conversation that was had verbally?
Okay, yeah, it sounds like you guys had it.
Why would we be having a conversation about her ovulation cycle if I was forcing myself on her?
What was the conversation about ovulation?
Are you ovulating? Because I wanted to know whether we should continue using a condom or not.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what this is about.
Okay.
You understand? It was about birth control.
Okay.
Yes. So, do you understand what I'm saying? These are not the conversations you're having if you're violated and if you're whatever. And no, I'm not ruminating. I'm not ruminating. You are ruminating. You've written 6-7 messages. You've deleted. I'm processing and I'm borderline traumatized. So you are traumatized or not? You're borderline. It's fixable. Why is it fixable?
Because she needed you to.
So it can't be rape. Rape is not fixable. Rape is not fixable. You can't fix her. You can't unrape someone. So whatever is a problem is a fixable problem.
You know what I think she meant? You know, sometimes
No, hold on. Let's not go. Let's
to...
finish it's fixable, but would need you to take action to approach me differently. I just need evidence that you're not using me for sex. How can I use you for sex? How can I use you for sex? If you were to disappear from Earth, does that mean I would not get sex in the world? No, it does not mean that. So there's no way I could use you for sex. You understand?
But
I'm not calling you in any of the messages. It doesn't matter, but whatever. How? Do you have sex with only people you're in a relationship with your whole entire life?
Of course.
Okay, that's you. Unfortunately, this is Joburg. You know, it's fixable. and not using for and not verbal evidence since you've already taken physical action. What is she alluding to? I get that you are physically attracted to me. When did I say I'm physically attracted to you? So how did you get that? Maybe I'll just fuck anything that works. Whether I'm attracted or not, you don't know that, but it's presumptuous, okay? But if you can be patient enough to let me work through my traumas, why am I working through your traumas? I'm not your parent. I'm not your psychologist. Why your traumas? I already told you I'm not into any serious relationship. All these demands that you're making are demands that you can maybe make of someone in a serious relationship. This guy told you he's not in any position to be in a serious relationship, and you know that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, just this is a whole lot of the, and be a shoulder to lean on. You will find that I have a lot more to offer. I'm very kind, nurturing, and extremely loyal. But you told me about your boyfriend who you did not get rid of. And when you spoke to the city press and said that a relative is speaking to the city press when they just read the statement from the police and said it's a relative, but it's fine. Cool. They said you came to talk about your breakup. Why would you be talking to another guy about a breakup that you've had with a guy that you've met less than 2 months prior to that? A month ago. You meet on the 25th of July. The 4th of September is a month and a week. It's 5 weeks later. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Why am I talking to you about my previous relationship or my breakups? I just met you. Like, are you not rushing things by now divulging such information? You know what I mean? I'm not a gay man. There's no reason for you to to vent to me about your relationship and what happens. So the extremely loyal part, I love taking care of people. What have you ever done to take care of me? You haven't even bought me coffee. You know what I mean? Or lunch or anything. And so you've never taken care of me in any way. But that has been stripped away from me by those who think only for themselves. Okay? Like what you did yesterday. I get that I came to your house. She said I can to your house. She didn't edit that, even though it's got lots of errors. I came to your house seeking emotional resources. Seeking emotional resources. So, lama emotional resource like mina ngiyawatengisa or I'm offering them for free or what? You must just come to my house, take emotional resources. You're entitled to them. Ungazelapi. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if you weren't willing to do that, you should have told me to leave, not pushed your way and saying we can kiss and talk at the same time. If I say we can kiss and talk at the same time, I'm not pushing my way. This is pushing my way. Mm-hmm. Saying we can kiss and talk at the same time, that's not pushing my way. That's trying to persuade you. That's not pushing. Persuasion and pushing are two different things. Persuasion is completely different from pushing. You know? Knowing that all I wanted was to talk. You never said all you wanted was to talk. You said, I came to your house and I said all I wanted to do is to talk. If you wanted to talk, we could have done it over the phone because all you want to do is talk. Why must you come to my place if you want to talk? We're using WhatsApp. You know what I mean? It's not like it's costing airtime or anything else. And it's cheaper than petrol. So I told you I want to look at you and understand you first because I'm afraid, but it fell on deaf ears and you carried on and gave up, and I gave up struggling because I did not have energy. I've been through a lot this week. You did not have energy. You drove from Kempton Park. You went and ran errands. You came to my place. You drove back to Kempton Park. You did not have energy. How do you have energy to do all those things? You don't have energy. I'm just saying, like, this is the whole entire setup. So I wake up to this setup from the last message, right? 10 minutes later. Why? That's my first question. Well, like, what is all of this? Why is this? I'm a grown man. You're a grown woman. The blowing hot and cold is scary. I wake up to an essay about me being some kind of monster. This is some really disturbing manipulation and guilt tripping. Mm-hmm. I'm calling her out on everything that I've just read. Having trauma doesn't give you the right to torment me. Can we be adults, please? Umdala. You understand? She said, I'm not tormenting you. I'm explaining to you what happened yesterday. Let's make a deal. Oh, so her negotiation skills. Again, rape is not something you can make a deal about. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot make a deal about it. It's either someone raped you or didn't rape you. It's not something you can make a deal about it. If I say no the first time, take it, don't push it. Nobody made you do that, right? Again,
Let's talk about that.
No.
If I say no the first time.
No. We're not stopping because let me
I
tell you why.
say no the first
Can you
time.
pause? Can you stop? Can you stop? Can you please stop doing what you guys have been doing? You take this message, which is a setup. I'm telling you, it's a setup. So if you understand that this is a setup, this message is sent as a setup. There's how many messages afterwards?
There's a lot.
Right? Which is my first response. All this say, if I say no, the setup. So the whole entire attempt is to ensure that you don't even know it. I get you. You did not say no to my advances. Not at all. Not the first time, nothing. You never said no. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I see everything that she said. She said, okay, let's make a deal. Now she's making a negotiation. So this is the negotiation. So first was the setup. Okay, I'm going to allege that you violated me. And then, okay, fine, we can fix it. It's fixable, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the blackmail that I'm going through, that I'm describing to you right now. This is absolute blackmail. Total and utter blackmail. You understand?
Yeah.
If I say I don't mean it with a smile on my face, whatever, all the things that they tell you in those rape, whatever situations when you read the booklets, she's saying all the right things to ensure that she creates a nice case for herself, right? She's saying all these things. You promised to woo me. I never promised to woo you. I never promised. You say, I promised to woo you. No, I never said. I said, I won't break your heart. I'm not a heartbreaker. I'm not going to tell you something and lie about it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to make false promises. If I tell you I'm not ready for a serious relationship, that's it. If you still want to be down and hang out, whatever, being that as it may, that's what you signed up for.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You're an adult. You're 31-year-old mother of one. Okay? I got 0 kids. You know what I mean? I do. I'm just saying. I got 0 kids. You know what I mean? So at least the more mature one is the one who's at least raising someone, right? Clearly not. I stopped you multiple times. I said, no, I want to look at your face. No, I don't want to get on top of you. She never got on top of me. So again, I'm seeing lies here. These lies. No, I didn't want to get on top of you. I want to lay by your side. Dude. You know what I mean? I said all these things. I didn't stutter. It's like you wanted to be aggressive. You wanted me to be aggressive while saying it for you to take it seriously. I wasn't going to be aggressive because I did not have it in me at the time. I came there because I had a lot on my mind. I needed to unload.
So all of that is made up.
All of this is made up. And that's what I'm responding to. I'm responding to this craziness. You understand? That's why I could see that this is a blackmail tactic immediately. Because it came in. Why are you not allowing me to respond? Why are you not allowing me to respond? Why are you going with no responses? This is at 10:01, 10:02, 10:05 and edited, 10:16 and edited, and then at 12, then she sends those 2 songs. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to get into the rest of the messages. People can see them wherever they want to see them. Mm-hmm. My dream is to see these on high rotation. Put that My Babo magic on it. If they need to be reworked, you will let me know. This is not blackmail because you knew what I wanted. I made myself clear. You agreed to one of 2 things the moment you stuck your penis on me. When did I agree to any of those things? When does it? If you stick your penis on me ever, it means one of 2 things, and I agree to that. There's no indemnity form or any of the sorts. There's nothing of the sort. So what is this? This is blackmail. This is exactly blackmail. She said, this is not blackmail, and then she describes blackmail.
Why did she send you the songs? Did you guys agree on you? Exactly.
We did not agree on that. I said, I'll be a sounding board. You'll tell me what you're doing. Okay, you'll send me some songs. I'll give you some advice. Okay, you need to fix this. That's it. Okay. That's the limited.
And you
understand?
said the song is fire. You like it?
Yeah, I said the song is fire. This song is fire. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You must remember, I'm also dealing with someone who's showing me crazy tendencies. So the last thing I want to do is trigger them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So the song might
and
be
you still
nice.
don't understand
I don't know whether it's fine
why all this was happening.
I knew exactly why it was happening. I could see that's what she's going for. You know what I mean? I could see. That's why I wrote my own long messages now when I respond.
So all this is just to...
This is one day. That's it. I get you. You did not say no to my advances. You said, fuck it. You took off your brassiere, which was a tacit way of letting me know you wanted to have sex. Number 1. Done. Okay? Mm-hmm. I understand you were in 2 minds. Because that's what she's saying, right? She's in 2 minds. She doesn't know whether she wants to have sex or not. But you kissed me. That's what confirms which mind you're in. You kissed me. And I thought you were being quirky. But... not that you feel, okay, I don't know what I was meant there, but something about being pressured, right? We talk and I listened as you unloaded. I have no problem holding up my end of the bargain, given fair notice and time, which we didn't have yesterday. And that says, yo, if you want to work and stuff like that, I've got no problem with helping you with your work. You know what I mean? Fair notice, give me time. Yo, if you want to come to studio on such and such a date, give me notice and time. We didn't have that time yesterday. And also, it wasn't a social visit. The reason for our visit was not a social visit, right? I wanted to go to the movies. That's the reason why we were actually speaking is because we were planning to go to the movies. And then one day she said no, her nephew raped someone apparently, or was accused of raping another kid in the swimming pool, and there was a whole lot of drama. And I told her, yo, get a protection order against this lady accusing your nephew of rape. So just a whole lot of drama. That's the only message in our message thread which I deleted. When she sent me that message, I deleted the message she sent me because it was just so traumatizing what she was describing. You know what I mean? Child rape and all that type of nonsense. You know, which should have been none of my business, but you know, that's why I deleted it and I gave her the limited advice I could give her in that time, right? So, but something came up, right, which is this whole entire thing, and you didn't let me know what your plans were the next morning. So you effectively stood me up. We agree. We're going to the movies on Wednesday. When on whatever something comes up, you say, hey, I'll text you in the morning and let you know. In the morning comes nothing. You've stood me up.
Okay.
You understand? This is me calling her out for not sticking to her word. Right? She doesn't stick to her words. Right? Things happen, so I'm not upset about it, but I'd be a lie if I didn't tell you that I didn't pick up a concerning pattern. You have afflictions that make you internalize victimhood. Like everything that she said, she just made herself a victim of something that never happened. It's an affliction, right? You've self-infantilized. As much as I understand how you got here from the little you told me about your relationship with your mother, as well as the fact that you have a curfew, I'm not the type to exploit that when I should be telling you to snap out of it. Now, the whole entire point is that no 31-year-old mother should have a curfew unless she's not stable mentally and she's a danger to herself, or her parents need to now come in like Britney Spears. I'm just saying. When you're 31 years old, I don't know how old you are right now. You look like you're in your 20s. When you're 31 years old, is your mother still gonna give you a curfew? Say you need to be home by 8 p.m.
Depends on which home you grew up in.
No, that's not normal.
Yeah.
No, you're just bullshitting, man.
No.
You're bullshitting.
Like
You're
if I still stay at home, not that. But also,
it's not about staying at home. You're a mother. You're a mother. You're
you guys
mother.
were having.
You're someone's mother. You're someone's mother. As a mother, you should be responsible for yourself.
But also,
so therefore, what I'm trying to say is this. It depends on whether you're a responsible person. Yeah. So if you've got a curfew and you're 31 years old and you've got a child, it means you're not a responsible person. Simple. That's what it depends on. That's what you're saying.
Why were you telling her that?
Because she's not a responsible person. The mere fact that her mother needs to parent her at the age of 31 while she's a parent. Do you understand what I'm saying? Those are the things that affect her psyche. It's not normal. It's not normal for a 31-year-old to have a curfew. It's not normal. Ever. In any situation. I don't care where you grew up. You understand? So, and also, I'm not the type to exploit that. I'm not the type to see that, damn it, you've got a curfew, you're obviously not responsible, and exploit that like, this person is cuckoo, and exploit the kookiness, instead of calling them out, like, yo, you need to behave like an adult. You're a grown woman. You know what I mean? Okay. If you go through all the other messages, it's her complaining about her job. And I'll answer with simple things like, why do you need your job? You need your job for stability, to take care of yourself. Exactly. So that's why your job is important. So that's why you're going to show up to work. Like, I don't need to be telling you these things at your ripe old age. You know what I mean? So, and you can't even complain about these things. So I don't want you to think you're going to pay me in sex.
Pay you for what?
Whatever it is, for helping her, for the advice that she's getting. Like, you don't even think that you're paying me in sex. Okay? That warm vortex between your thighs has nothing to do with us working together. We're adults, a man and a woman, biologically wired to have sex. If the sex wasn't as crazy as you like, then give it time so I know how to please you. Now that we've got that out of the way, though, it gives us a chance to be more open with one another, right? For the record, you must remember how I leave this one for last, because this is the death knell. This is the nail in the coffin and the whole entire thread. You must remember I'm fighting, but at the same time, I don't want to show her that I'm fighting. I'm not like fighting because who knows what she'll do, right? I'm fighting for my life. For the record, I put my penis in your hand for you to have the benefit of putting it where you want. In all other instances, I'll take the lead. But on that one in particular, you seduced me and made me want to get inside you. Now, can I make a demand of you? Now, she responds by saying, it depends which way this is going and which narrative that demand suits. Hey, narratives. She's the one who's
Okay.
introduced. No.
Let's
I need
not
to finish.
go through the entire thing
It's
because
almost.
it's
It's the
on
last
social
one.
media.
It's the last one. It's the last one. It's the last one. I need clear direction. I can't function with confusion and guessing games. Why must she always send like threads? Also, I kissed because I wanted to at that moment, but I just wanted to do it once and keep it mild. I know when not I'm being victimized. I just don't always speak my mind. You found me in a different season, and I disagree that I seduced you. My seduction is extremely clear. She disagrees. Okay, it's fine. If I'm the one feeling seduced, am I not feeling seduced? I'm feeling seduced. Okay, I wasn't even dressed for the occasion. That's not my style. When I want to be, I know how to turn on the charm. If anything seduced you, it was not something I was doing actively. I happen to be quite hot, I'm told. Okay, but told by who? Told by other people, not me. You understand what I'm saying? Every man decides what is hot and what's not hot to him. You understand?
Okay.
LOL, I guess it depends. I like the dress you were wearing. I found it sexy. You understand? She was wearing a plain dress, you know what I mean? Modest. I find that sexy. I don't find the half-naked woman dressing thing sexy. I find the nice, modest-looking thing sexy. That's what I find sexy. You know what I mean? If you look decent, I find that sexy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. Just don't go. My demand is this. Just don't go crazy on me and take your music seriously. I don't want you to make any excuses. I'll keep my word and help you regain your independence. You understand? And then she's like, we have deal. We are on the right track. Smiling faces. This is her. After all those allegations, smiling faces. I appreciate the compliment, weird as it is, about me finding her dress sexy. And I say, how is it weird? She's like, so down to earth, I guess. Not used to that. You understand? By the way, who made the beats on the tracks you sent me? And then she tells me who made the beats.
Okay.
You understand? So the conversation is normal. So we agree that everything that she was crying about being violated about has been dealt with in that conversation. It's been dealt with in that very conversation.
Looks like it.
You understand what I'm saying? Whatever needed to be fixed, whatever was fixable was fixed. It was fixed. The next day, very next day, who's the first to send me a message at 9:04? How many messages does she send me? The very next day. This is after the this is the 2 days after we hooked up. Sending me lots of messages, wanting to help. There we go. I send her a message. I said, sorry, I'm navigating somewhere and running late. I'll have a look when I arrive. And then what does she respond with?
A kiss.
A kissing? A kissing emoji. Mm-hmm. Yes, she loves initiating kisses, doesn't she? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Do you have brothers?
Why?
I'm just asking. Because if they were going through this, you wouldn't be as, as skeptical as you are. There's nothing here that shows that this woman was
I am
violated.
asking questions that people would ask, questions that are already
Answered,
out there.
and answered
right?
in the text. If they read the text in full, they don't just read one line. Oh, this is the line where she said no. And then you leave that and then you do a whole entire podcast and 400,000 people watch you say that stuff. There's crime and injury. If people are scared of being sued, I mean, I'm not going to sue anyone. I'm going to put them in prison. Suing is nice. People have got nice jobs at KFM. They pay them enough money. You sue them 500,000. They'll use their KFM salary for a year and pay that quickly. Jail time, criminal record. That's tough.
So, wrapping it up, there was never a no. There was never a push away. No rape happened.
No rape happened.
Okay. And according to you, that will be proven in the court.
That will be proven in the court, but I don't have to prove anything. The point is that the court has to prove that I was guilty, that rape happened. That they have to prove all those things. They have to prove that no was said. They have to prove all those things. And there is no evidence because those things did not happen. They can't produce such evidence. It doesn't exist.
Okay. And what's your takeout out of all this situation? Because I'm assuming you've never come across it before.
You try harder. Like, really, if you want to bring me down, try harder. I'm sorry. No, this one, Amanza Mangman. Like, okay, sharp. Try harder. You're going to have to come with something bigger than that.
All right.
You know, that's all it is. You know what I mean? But thank you for letting me know how formidable I am. You know, it must be. If they have to go this low to come at me, it means that I'm a really big threat. And it's not only me that understands that. It's everyone that supports me. Because that's the first thing they say, is that you need to understand you're a very big threat to a whole lot of these people. So that's why they're coming at you like this. And
why did they? You think she's not alone in this?
And they is all my detractors.
Okay.
Anyone that sits there watching me and says, I'm going to figure out a plan to bring this person down.
So she's one of them?
Of course. She worked, this was a plan. This was carefully considered.
But why do you think she'd want to bring you down?
What makes you think that, it's just about bringing me down? What makes you think that there aren't other men who've been brought down or other men who've been blackmailed like this and they ended up paying or doing whatever she wanted? I'm just the first guy who said, okay, take it to the police then.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah. I said, okay, let's do it. Let's rock. You know what I mean? You think about it like this. Had Michael Jackson fought that first sexual abuser instead of settling, the other sexual abuse cases wouldn't have come about. So by the time he was vindicated, he was already shrouded because he didn't fight the first case. He settled it because there was advice that, hey, you know what? You don't even want to get into this. Just settle it. Okay. You know?
No, Mr. Baloy siyathokoza.
Baloy.
Baloy.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Baloy.
Yeah.
Thank you for making the time.